Yo, what's going on, guys? Yu-Gi-Oh! And Deadlifts here. I wanted to bring you guys a video showcasing the WCS first stage replays that I had that I thought was the best as far as sequencing, playing around hand traps, breaking boards. This is the list I played. I played 3 Fuelos in the main, 2 Duels Genesis, no Pot of Desires. I do not like that card. You can swap out in the extra deck if you want, take out a Loudness Word, take out one of the Albion, you can put in the Amatar, you can put in Chaos Angel. I kind of flexed between a Chaos Angel and a second Loudness Word between the whole event, but it was actually a pretty quick speed run through the event. My win rate was literally like 88%, I'm not even joking. Test the list out, let me know what you guys think, let me know what you guys would change. Fallen and Virtuous is also cracked as well as a card, so to me, this list was like the most balanced. I was winning the craziest games. I was playing through Maxi. I was adding hand traps back to my hand. I was doing wild stuff. So I'll show you guys my profile here. Add me, follow me for some replays, and yeah, we'll get into it, guys. Going second and going first replays just to show you guys the dexterity of this list and how insane it can be. So we're going to be going up against Malice here. I'm going to Ash the backup. To my surprise, he's going to go full Malice combo, which is extremely unfortunate. Looking at this hand, I did not think we were going to be okay, but this just goes to show you like how crazy Cool Tune can be. Like, this hand is awful going into a full Malice board, and we still somehow do some damage. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do that. It really just is, with this deck, it's all about your pacing, it's all about your foresight, and once you really like understand the matchup you're playing against, you kind of know how to stop it, as long as you have enough tools. That's why Cool Tune, I think, favors a lot of people who more like can play a lot of decks, and you kind of study and know the meta enough, which I know is most Yu-Gi-Oh players, but there's still a lot of people who don't know certain matchups, and I think that can be your Achilles heel when playing Cool Tune. So we're going to normal Q. Q is going to summon the Rico. I'm going to Rico and Rotary for the track maker. That way we can force out one of the back row. To which he has a cross out. I don't know why he cross outs Droll. Probably just to use it. So he's going to go ahead and summon the White Rabbit. He's going to Cryptor. Banish my track maker. Summon sets the MTP effect. To which I Ash this. I kind of wanted to save the Ash for the White Rabbit, but I wanted to not have my card get banished. So he's going to shuffle or banish from the graveyard. He's going to summon the Dormouse. We're going to JJK, summon the Mix. Mix has Rico. I'm going to directly go into RS here. Mix pop the Cryptor. And then I'm going to directly go into Loudness Word here, mainly because of the attack boost, to stack the deck and to really put him on as little as possible, which I know is still brutal. Like, at this point, I didn't really think I had enough to stop him. Granted, both of the bigger like extra deck monsters were in the graveyard, and I knew I could stop the GWC. So at this point, I negate the GWC. I Loudness Word to attempt to pop the Wicked. That did not really seem to do anything. So clip effect, and then we JJK, we activate our Loudness Ward in order to banish the Rotary to add in JJ. The opponent's going to be going first. We draw JJ, Cool Tune, Duelist Genesis, Ghost Bell, Mix, and Rotary. We're going to be playing in the mirror match here, so I'm going to go ahead and use the Bell on his normal summon, which is going to unfortunately get called by. So it's looking like we're going into a Cool Tune board with just Engine. So we'll see how that plays out. That's why this list has been pretty crazy to me, especially the Duelist Genesis have been really prioritizing that, mainly because when you see the second one going second, or you know, just playing 2 of them, being able to see them more frequently, they really help going second breaking boards. I had some pretty crazy games breaking boards, even with just Duelist Genesis, which made me really realize I don't need Desires that much. Excuse me. So he ends up going into Zaylan with RS. I'm going to go ahead and start Rotary, reveal the Bell, just to go directly into a track maker here. I wanted the Mix to force out the RS and also to chain block for the Zaylan negate. We're going to Duelist Genesis, he Ash Blossoms here. So I'm going to do a pretty crazy quote-unquote play. I JJK, pop my track maker, to which he maxes. So we're gonna summon Rico, get Mix. We're gonna normal summon our Mix, get the Q. I'm gonna go directly into RS here. Pop the JJK. I'm gonna normal the Q. I'm gonna summon Mix from the graveyard, and we're gonna give him another draw to make Remix. So playing the Maxi challenge, but like there was literally no way to win this other than to JJK pop my own track maker and try to make RS and Remix in order to, you know, stop him. Also with having the bell, it was pretty good, so whatever he drew into, we were able to bell that. But it kind of gets a little froggy here, just because the normal summon after that, I knew he had so much stuff, right? But with still having the Remix, I decided to go track maker here with both of my mixes. So I decided to pop his mix, add a clip here, so that way I can also go into Loudness War. Mainly due to the fact that he still has the additional normal summon and the extra KTS. I just assumed he had the extra KTS, so I forced this out here. We go into the Loudness War. We activate our chain blocks, bounce that back to hand. He's gonna bring back the RS from the grave. So now it's RS versus RS, which is kind of crazy. And I believe we just get blessed on a top deck here. So we get to just normal Q, and I believe we just win the game. Alright, another one going first. See, Remix Q. I'm sorry, Rico, Q, Fualos, Genesis, Cool Tune Synchro. So off the bat, we're going to get hit with a nice Fualos, and then we get hit with a nice Maxi. So we're going to try to play around it to the best of our abilities. Our opponent's still going to get at least 2 draws, potentially 3. So we do our normal chains here. We check the hand. He's playing Elf Note, Cool Tune. So we're going to add our shenaniganery here. We'll synchro overtake. We are going to add clip. So I add rotary here to play around, giving him an extra draw. And what we do is we set the KTS and we pass. So we only gave him 1 draw. So as soon as our turn comes around, boom, instantly make a Zelen here. We still have the clip to make a Remix. Mix effect to pop, but he's going to utilize that, which we Zalen. Now on the summon of this is when we Remix. And you go into back-to-back. Banish. Summon back the Mix. Make RS. Pop that. Now he's going to Rotary. Rico. Excuse me. Track Maker back. Go into Loudness War. Very standard stuff here. Track Maker's going to bounce Rico back. We're going to RS negate that. And with the level modification, you can't do anything. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and get into the next replay. This one I'm going to be going first. We're going to normal summon the Rico, add Rotary, Duel Genesis, get the overtake effect, summon the Mix effect gets me Q, Rotary extra normal on the Q. Q summon Ghost Spell. This has been one of my favorite things to do. When you have a crazy board and you have hand traps in hand, you can set up your Remix to where you're going to add another hand trap. So Banish, Fallen, and Virtuous. We add both our KTSs. We go directly into Zalen here. And we set everything and pass. So what we can do here is he's going to Ash. He's going to Fallen, Virtuous, and the Zalen. So we're going to add a Q here. We're going to make that right into a back-to-back. We're going to go ahead and add a clip. And we're going to utilize our second resolving KTS to make the Remix. We're going to imperm that. Do not love Fenrir. He's going to activate the Ritual spell here for the Mitsurugi. We're going to go ahead and add back a Bell, summon out a Q. Makes the Ame here. Starts chaining. So what we do is we go ahead and add on to the chains here. So we clip, go into RS, the Veiler resolves on that as well. So now he can't pop the whole board, which which is gorgeous. Clip effect, random banish. We ash on the Habakiri. You can go ahead and RS that. And there's really not much else he has. He has Feedsmith combo, but we have our back-to-back to put the Track Maker on the field and go directly into Loudness Ward. This should be how your structuring should be, although Loudness Ward should come first before the RS. It really just depends on the game state. I know RS is supposed to be your last line of defense, but sometimes Loudness Ward can be. It just really depends. So we Ghost Bell on the Fabled. He's going to Feedsmith. We're going to go ahead and back-to-back again. Summon out the Mix. Mix effect. Give us back the Q for follow-up. And he's going to pass. Loudness Ward allows us to get another JJK. To get our JJK, I should say. So, we're going to top deck an Imperm here. Just pretty much switch everything to attack. Take the attack boost, summon back Zelen. I go right into Remix. Mix, pop that. Q effect, check the top deck. Give him a little droll. And direct battle phase. This one is going to be me going second. Pretty decent hand, Ghost Bell Fulos with some engine. So we're going to Fulos directly on the summon of that. It's going to make Ripper. Adds Case for K9. Forced Release. Going to go ahead and Ghost Bell on that. The Lupus. He's still going to be able to summon anyways. And he passes. Pretty stout board, pretty stout, but I'm going to show you how to break it. So we start with normal in the Rico, add Rotary, KTS, Forced Release is fine. And you're going to pop that. We're going to add JJK here. He's going to go right into Nash Knight, that's cool. Duelist Genesis. Banishes my JJK, but we had a KTS anyways. Rotary extra normal on the Q. That's game. Alright guys, another replay. I'm not going to show too many. I just kind of want to keep the video short and sweet, quote unquote, and show you guys enough replays to just show you guys the right sequencing that I feel works with these hands. So we're going to normal the Q. We get Max Seed. We're going to summon and give him a draw. JJK activates. We're going to summon the Mix. Mix is going to add another Rico. We're going to go into the Track Maker here. And what you should do here, and I believe I do this as well, is you add both of your KTSs and you set them alongside your Imperm and you pass. And looks like I did the right thing. So he's going to draw, he's going to activate this, to which I'm going to activate the KTS. We're going to go ahead and go directly into a Zalen. Alright, so he's going to get the MST, doesn't really matter. Going to let him pop the Imperm there. Let him keep that droll. Alright, KTS add the clip. We're going to go into Remix here. That card gets popped. Now we go finally standby phase, main phase. He's getting normal here. We Veiler this. Questionable move, but, you know, screw it. We chain the clip, go directly into RS. Alright, so here he's going to try to chain block. We have the Zalen. So not only do we negate the called by, but we also negate that as well. I'm going to add the Veiler back. Again, probably the best play you can do off of Remix is adding back your hand traps. It's over. In a mirror match, we draw the Maxi and the Fulos, so we're going to go ahead and Veiler the Mix, to which he is going to overtake. We are going to Fulos here. He's going to Ash, to which we Maxi. This is pretty risky because, again, he can just add clip here and kind of just pass. Granted, in my head, clip in hand, you know, there's really not too much that's going to throw me off here. So what we're going to do is normal to Rico. He's going to Imperm. I'm going to KTS. He's going to double Imperm. And then he's going to chain clip, which is a little unfortunate. He's going to go ahead and make a Track Maker. I'm going to go ahead and add Rotary here. I'm going to go directly into Track Maker as well. So I'm just kind of trying to play to set anything up to where, you know, his Q is not really going to be a problem. So we're going to JJK, normal the Bell, tribute the Bell, Mix, add Q. And And this is so we can stack the top deck essentially and also still pop the track maker. So I put the called by to the bottom of the deck. I didn't want to get my remix called by. And he's just in a normal queue, called by to remix, and he wins. So what I did here was I tried to summon the Rico, get the bell, and I was going to get clipped.